Shanghai, storied seaport of the fabled Orient, commercial metropolis of China, and one of the world's greatest seaports. In 10 years, its population doubles to a seething 7 million people, with everyone fighting for his own existence and struggling to earn the necessities of life. With tremendous increase in export and import trade, Soochow Creek is the scene of congestion and fever heat activity as riverboats push their way up and down the waterways, busily engaged in loading and unloading much-needed cargoes. For the native boatman, it is much work and little rest, even when it comes to clearing the deck. Sharpened by 8 years of war, China's demand for goods from abroad grows in leaps and bounds as imports exceed $300 million a year. There is movement everywhere, no standing still, as official China struggles to come home amid chaos which sweeps over the nation's 4 million square miles and 450 million people. Countless barges laden with baled cotton crowd the Wangpu River, and the going is slow and toilsome. As quickly as boats are unloaded, just so fast are the essential materials rushed inland, for this is China's greatest manufacturing center. Cotton, hundreds of bales. Drums of gasoline by the thousand, tins of kerosene, cases of medical supplies, and 1,001 essentials are gobbled up in China's hungry maw. Keeping pace with the increasing volume of imports is one of Shanghai's ever-present problems, as these imports double month by month. American gunboats ride at anchor in the shadow of Shanghai's waterfront. Here is the Occidental quality of Shanghai, with its skyscrapers, trolley cars, and semi-foreign atmosphere. With leaders striving to stem China's constant economic chaos, Shanghai bulges with milling crowds, vehicles of all sorts, and the familiar rickshaw. Shanghai streets present a mass of pushing, rushing pedestrians, all forming a human barrier to speed on every avenue and road. As the population continues to soar to unbelievable heights, so too bounces the cost of living to more than 5,000 times pre-war levels. Speculative activity still is great, and common everyday goods are scarce. Although manufacturing gradually gains momentum, the makers of crude wooden shoes still ply their trade, sure of a market from those fortunate enough to have the necessary purchase price. Fittings are a simple matter, and it is a lucky child who has parents with a wherewithal. The uneducated and illiterate are numbered by the millions, which gives to the public letter writer a continuous stream of customers. And it is said that these commercial scribes never tell a family secret, although they hear and write hundreds of bits of gossip every day. Openly vending their smuggled or pilfered goods, the black marketeers are one of the big problems for Shanghai civic leaders. Handbags for the ladies, fountain pens, keychains, cigarette holders, and knickknacks for the men. Nylon stockings, all sizes and shades. Watches and jewelry for those who can afford them. Perfumes and cosmetics for the ladies. And canned goods by the thousand. Canned vegetables are much in demand, as even the black market prices are lower than those asked by the farmers who struggle to grow fresh vegetables and laboriously cart them to the marketplace. Also in this conglomeration of black market goods are hundreds upon hundreds of packages and cans of GI rations, all selling to eager buyers at a fairly low price. Another problem causing great speculation in this vast city on the west bank of the Yangtze River is the low value of the Chinese dollar. The wealthy speculate with gold articles and gold bars when the price of gold is right. Then when gold goes down, they buy it back. When these scenes were filmed, the value of the Chinese dollar had shrunk from 2 to 2,000 for $1 American money. Far beyond the city, coolies still take the place of machinery as they work as human mules, doing the almost impossible job of pulling a barge against the stream in shallow water. Hundreds of pulling, tugging coolies perform these body-breaking tasks each day, seemingly against all laws of nature that demand a sufficiency of proper food. The diet of these men is mostly rice, and as a luxury, a bit of green vegetable or fish. To the native, rice costs a small fortune in Chinese dollars, and the price of a pound of beef is almost prohibitive. The bare necessities of life are very expensive, and the influx of thousands of people does not help the serious food problem in Shanghai. Nevertheless, these coolies survive, and in a continuous line laboriously transport steel for China's mills, pipelines, electrical, mechanical, and chemical equipment for its industries, and huge logs for its factories. But amid this topsy-turvy hustle and bustle, the more prosperous natives find time and money to crowd into the theaters. Their taste varies, from the tree-hurdling Tarzan to the more complacent atmosphere of Kismet. However, the Orthodox prefer the native Chinese theater, and there are several in Shanghai, where they have their own stars and favorite performers. New neon lights and red Chinese characters flash by night, but there is little real gaiety among the people. Restaurants and cafes are crowded, and dancing to modern band music is the favorite pastime of Shanghai's cafe society. Although the men dress in Occidental fashion, these women stick to their Oriental gowns of genuine beauty. Every day, thousands of people come to Shanghai only to be faced with a housing shortage and absolute lack of living accommodations, while other thousands seek to migrate to nearby cities and towns less crowded. At every hour of day and night, hundreds stand in line at the North Station Railroad ticket office, hoping to purchase tickets to outside points. They cook and eat their rice wherever they may be, for many wait 2 and 3 days before succeeding in buying a ticket. Some entire families stay at the station for days, and baby is fed while daddy waits in line. Outside the station, the situation is even worse, and incredible as it may seem, some sprawl out on the sidewalks and sleep as they wait. Many trains are not merely hours late, but days behind, and schedules are as much of a jumble as the city itself. Others too poor to have railroad fare start their migration on foot, carrying all their worldly belongings and dragging their weary bodies to somewhere, anywhere, where they can start life anew, away from the city of disarray and chaos. Shanghai, China's great metropolis, city of contrasts and confusion.